Hello, everyone, and welcome to this crazy world we live in. Today, Representative Eric Swalwell, a well-known Democratic representative from some crazy Democratic state, made a comment on Twitter regarding his views on gun control and banning guns. Now, before I show you what he said today, I just want to show you what his recent opinion was earlier this year on the Tucker Carlson show. And granted, this guy is a typical left, not even really a socialist in disguise. I mean, he's fairly open about his views. And this is something that Tucker touches on here. So let's watch this.
We're continuing our extended conversation with Congressman Eric Swalwell, Democrat of California. So you've talked a lot about Russia, but you've also become known for your position on guns, and you're one of the very few Democrats, I think, who's been honest about that. You say that the U.S. government ought to ban a certain species of rifle. You wrote a piece about this. It's not a secret view you have. You wrote it in USA Today, and you say this: we should ban possession of military-style semi-automatic assault weapons. We should buy back such weapons from all who choose to abide by the law, and we should criminally prosecute any who choose to defy it by keeping their weapons. So we should confiscate this entire class of firearms. What do you think would happen if the federal government tried to do that?
Well, Tucker, did you read the op-ed?
I did. I just quoted from it extensively.
Yeah, I'm not calling for a confiscation. What I'm saying is we should invest in a buyback, that we should restrict any weapons that aren't bought back to gun clubs, hunting clubs, shooting ranges, keep them there where it's safe and not on our streets. And if you were caught, just like if you were caught, with drugs or anything else, they had probable cause to go into your home and you had one of these weapons, yeah, you'd be prosecuted. I've never suggested sending troops out.
I'm going to quote
collecting.
All right, so basically, he goes from earlier this year having this point of view that we should essentially do a buyback of guns, which is really just a monetized gun grab, to today making the statement that we should force gun owners to get rid of their assault weapons. And in doing so, got into a bit of a discussion with Joe Biggs, who said that basically Representative Swalwell wants war because that's what you would get, which that's exactly what would happen. If the government walked into our homes and tried to take our guns, doesn't matter what kind they are, they would have an armed uprising because the people who understand their rights and who want to protect them would be willing to protect them. And then Swalwell goes so far as to say it would be a short war, my friend. The government has nukes, too many of them, but they're legit. I'm sure if we talked, we could find common ground to protect our families and communities. Now, it's amazing to me that not only is he, posing this conciliatory attitude, this false air of conciliation, he leads with the fact that the government has nukes, in effect threatening to use nuclear weapons on the citizens of the United States should they decide to uphold and protect their constitutional right to bear arms. I can't think of a more extreme point of view. Now, I don't know why I was even surprised, but I said here, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you would consider the use of thermonuclear weapons against the people you represent as an appropriate response to the defense of our liberty as defined in the Constitution. You would feel comfortable poisoning your own land for generations? The idea that the government or anybody in it would be willing to use nuclear weapons to take our guns is insanity. Okay, because this is exactly what would happen. It would poison this earth. We would poison it not only for ourselves, but for every generation to come. And it's not like nuclear waste or nuclear fallout would be relegated to, just the Northeast, okay? Like wherever they decide that they need to drop a nuclear bomb to get their guns from us. I mean, not that there'd be any guns to get, they'd all be melted into the ground. But it would essentially render the United States a barren wasteland. Okay, so I was just in complete shock today, and even here on the Washington Examiner, They state, in what might legitimately be the greatest cell phone in the history of gun control arguments, the dumbest tweet of the day was sent by Democratic presidential hopeful that no one actually knows, Representative Eric Swalwell, Democrat, California. After conservatives criticized Swalwell for calling for the forcible confiscation of assault weapons, Swalwell responded by upping the ante. So it goes on to just detail what I just said. Just complete insanity. So he responds, "Don't be so dramatic. No one is nuking anyone or threatening that." But that's clearly what he just said. He threatened the use of nuclear weapons should we decide to not hand our guns over forcibly to the government. The argument that you would want to go to war with your government if an assault weapons ban was in place is ludicrous and inflames the gun debate, which is what you want. No, Eric, that's what you want, okay? You are inflaming this debate by implying that you are willing to use nuclear weapons to take our guns away from us. Insanity. So I just thought I'd go and take a look at Eric's website. Where is it? Here we go. Protect Our Democracy. Again, just a typical Democrat. Russia, 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 Russia. Russia's not our friend. Trump and his team's ties, attacks on our democracy, influencing Trump and his team. Eric, you are an assault on our democracy. You are attacking the rights that our forefathers enshrined in this sacred document that is barely holding our government together and our country together right now because of people like you. Unbelievable. Protect our democracy. This guy, what a moron. God. All right, that's basically it. I'd be interested to hear what you think in the comments below. If anybody watches this video, please do let me know what you think. Is it worth nuking our country for this guy?